Hi, this is Sue with today's Bible reading for January 27th, and I'm reading two chapters today from Exodus 28 and 29. Verse 1. Bring Aaron your brother and his sons with him near to you from among the children of Israel, that he may minister to me in the priest's office. Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. You shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother for glory and for beauty. You shall speak to all who are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom. Oh, that should be our prayer, shouldn't it? Lord, make us wise-hearted and fill us with your spirit of wisdom. Continuing with that verse, that they make Aaron's garments to sanctify him. So he wanted wise people to make these garments, that he may minister to me in the priest's office. These are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a fitted tunic, a turban, and a sash. They shall make holy garments for Aaron, your brother, and his sons, that he may minister to me in the priest's office. They shall use the gold, and the blue, and the purple, and the scarlet, and the fine linen. You can find a picture of this on Google. I may post one on my community tab too. So you can see Aaron's garment and the ephod and all that if you've never seen what that looked like before. Verse 6. They shall make the ephod of gold, blue, purple, scarlet, and fine twined linen, the work of the skillful workman. It shall have 2 shoulder straps joined to the 2 ends of it, that it may be joined together. The skillfully woven band which is on it shall be like its work, and of the same piece of gold, gold, blue, purple, scarlet, and fine twined linen. You shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave them on the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on the one stone, and the names of the 6 that remain on the other stone in the order of their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, you shall engrave the 2 stones, according to the names of the children of Israel. You shall make them to be enclosed in settings of gold. You shall put the 2 stones on the shoulder straps of the ephod, to be stones of memorial for the children of Israel. Aaron shall bear their names before Yahweh on his 2 shoulders for a memorial. Do you see how important it is to have that family history here? It's huge. The lineage, the lineage here, all the way back from Adam, all the way through to Jesus, is very important. So he's maintaining their identity here. You shall make settings of gold and 2 chains of pure gold. You shall make them like cords of braided work. You shall put the braided chains on the settings. You shall make a breastplate of judgment, the work of the skillful workman, like the work of the ephod. You shall make it of gold, blue, and of purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. You shall make it. It shall be square and folded double, a span, which is the length from the tip of a man's thumb to the tip of his little finger when the hand is stretched out, about 9 inches. So it says, where did I leave off? It shall be square and folded double, a span shall be its length, and a span its width. You shall set it in settings of stones, 4 rows of stones. A row of ruby, topaz, and beryl shall be the first row, the second row of turquoise and sapphire and an emerald, and the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst, and the 4th row a chrysolite, an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be enclosed in gold in their settings. The stones shall be according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of the signet, every one according to his name. They shall be for the 12 tribes. You shall make on the breastplate chains like cords of braided work of pure gold. You shall make on the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and you shall put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. You shall put the 2 braided chains of gold in the 2 rings at the ends of the breastplate. The other 2 ends of the 2 braided chains you shall put on the 2 settings, and put them on the shoulder straps of the ephod in its forepart. You shall make 2 rings of gold, and you shall put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate on its edge, which is toward the side of the ephod, inward. You shall make the 2 rings of gold, and shall put them on the 2 shoulder straps of the ephod underneath, in its forepart, closed by its coupling above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. They shall bind the breastplate by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastplate may not swing out from the ephod. Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment on his heart when he goes into the holy place for a memorial before Yahweh continually. So it's a memorial of the covenant that God made. You shall put the breastplate of judgment, the Urim and the Thummim. You shall put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be on Aaron's heart when he goes before Yahweh. Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel on his heart before Yahweh continually. Verse 31. You shall make the robe of ephod all of blue. It shall have a hole for the head in the middle of it. It shall have a binding of woven work around its hole, as it were the hole of a coat of mail, that it not be torn. On its hem you shall make pomegranates of blue and purple and of scarlet all around its hem, with bells of gold between and around them. Golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate around the hem of the bottom. It shall be on Aaron to minister, and its sound shall be heard when he goes into the holy place before Yahweh, and when he comes out, that he not die. There's a whole bunch of study behind everything we just read, what the Urim and the Thummim were, which is kind of mysterious. But you can look that up. And also this whole thing about Aaron not dying when he goes into the Holy of Holies for the people. Verse 36. You shall make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it, like the engravings of a signet, holy to Yahweh. You shall put it on a lace of blue, and it shall be on the sash. It shall be on the front of the sash. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall make holy in all their holy gifts, and it shall always be on his forehead, that they may be accepted before Yahweh. You shall weave the tunic with fine linen. You shall make a turban of fine linen. You shall make a sash, the work of the embroiderer. You shall make tunics for Aaron's sons. You shall make sashes for them. You shall make headbands for them, for glory and for beauty. You shall put them on Aaron your brother and on his sons with him, and shall anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister to me in the priest's office. You shall make them linen pants to cover their naked flesh. They shall reach from the waist even to the thighs. That's underwear. They shall reach from the waist even to the thighs. Thou should be on Aaron and his sons when they go to the tent of the meeting, or when they come near to the altar to minister in the holy place, that they don't bear iniquity and die. This shall be a statute forever to him and to his offspring after him. This is the thing that you shall do to make them holy, to minister to me in the priest's office. Take 1 young bull and 2 rams without defect, unleavened bread, unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil. You shall make them of fine wheat flour. You shall put them in one basket, and bring them in one basket with the bull and the 2 rams. You shall bring Aaron and his sons to the door of the tent of the meeting, and shall wash them with water. You shall take the garments and put on Aaron the tunic, the robe of the ephod with the breastplate, and clothe him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod. You shall set the turban on his head, and put the holy crown on the turban. Then you shall take the anointing oil and pour it on his head, and anoint him. You shall bring his sons and put tunics on them. You shall clothe them with the belts, Aaron and his sons, and bind headbands on them. They shall have the priesthood by a perpetual state. You shall consecrate Aaron and his sons. You shall bring the bull before the tent of the meeting, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the bull. You shall kill the bull before Yahweh at the door of the tent of the meeting. You shall take of the blood and of the bull, and put it in the horns of the altar with your finger, and you shall pour out all the blood at the base of the altar. You shall take all the fat that covers the innards, the cover of the liver, the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and burn them on the altar. But the meat of the bull, and its skin, and its dung, you shall burn with fire outside of the camp. It is a sin offering. You shall also take the 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. You shall kill the ram, and you shall take its blood and sprinkle it around the altar. You shall cut the ram into its pieces, and wash its innards and its legs, and put them with its pieces and with its head. You shall burn the whole ram on the altar. It is a burnt offering to Yahweh. It is a pleasant aroma, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. You shall take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. Then you shall kill the ram, and take some of its blood, and put it on the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and on the tip of the right ear of his sons, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the big toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood around the altar. You shall take of the blood that is on the altar and the anointing oil, and sprinkle it on Aaron, and on his garments, and on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be made holy in his garments with his sons, and his sons' garments with him. Also you shall take some of the ram's fat, the fat tail, the fat that covers the innards, the cover of the liver, the 2 kidneys, the fat that is on them, and the right thigh, for it is a ram of consecration, and 1 loaf of bread, 1 cake of oiled bread, 1 wafer out of, now that right thigh, remember that, because that's where it stopped and said the right thigh, because it's a ram of consecration. So just take that as a little puzzle piece, put it up there. You don't know where it goes yet. Just stick it up there in the corner of your mat. Okay. And 1 loaf of bread, 1 cake of oiled bread, 1 wafer out of the basket of unleavened bread that is before Yahweh. You shall put all this in Aaron's hands and in his son's hands, and shall wave them for a wave offering before Yahweh. You shall take them from their hands and burn them on the altar, on the burnt offering, for a pleasant aroma before Yahweh. It is an offering made by fire to Yahweh. And that pleasant aroma thing, that's another puzzle piece. Just put it aside till you know where it goes. Verse 26. You shall take the breast of Aaron's ram of consecration and wave it for a wave offering before Yahweh. It shall be your portion. You shall sanctify the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the wave offering, which is waved and which is raised up, and of the ram of consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. It shall be for Aaron and his sons as their portion forever from the children of Israel, for it is a wave offering. It shall be a wave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifices of their peace offerings, even their wave offering to Yahweh. The holy garment of Aaron shall be for his sons after him, to be anointed in them and to be consecrated in them. 7 days shall the son who is priest in his place put them on when he comes into the tent of the meeting to minister in the holy place. You shall take the ram of consecration and boil its meat in the holy place. Aaron and his sons shall eat the meat of the ram and the bread that is in the basket at the door of the tent of the meeting. They shall eat those things with which atonement was made to consecrate and sanctify them, but a stranger shall not eat of it, because they are holy. If anything of the meat of the consecration or of the bread remains to morning, then you shall burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it's holy. You shall do so to Aaron and to his sons according to all that I have commanded you. You shall consecrate them 7 days. Every day you shall offer the bull of sin offering for atonement. You shall cleanse the altar when you make atonement for it. You shall anoint it and sanctify it. 7 days you shall make atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and the altar shall be most holy. Whatever touches the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which you shall offer on the altar: 2 lambs a year old, day by day continually. The one lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at evening. And with the one lamb, a 10th part of an ephah of fine flour mixed with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil, and a 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. The other lamb you shall offer at evening, and shall do to it according to the meal offering of the morning, and according to its drink offering, for a pleasant aroma, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tent of the meeting before Yahweh, where I will meet with you to speak there to you. There I will meet with the children of Israel, and the place shall be sanctified by my glory. I will sanctify the tent of meeting and the altar. I will also sanctify Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest's office. I will dwell among the children of Israel and will be their God. They shall know that I am Yahweh their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might dwell among them. I am Yahweh their God. And that's it for today's reading. Thanks for joining me. God bless you. Till tomorrow.